Dear learners, this is Shashi Ramachandran. Welcome to the last topic from this accounting terminology. This is accounting terms part 5. We are going to learn in this video the terms bad debts, doubtful debts, discount and depreciation. So you all are aware of debtors now. In my previous video I explained this term debtors, where debtors are the person who owes to the business. So that means the firm has to take money from them, okay, in near future. Now these debtors can be like, good debtors. They can be good debtors. Now good debtors here means the one where you received all the money from the debtors. Like the debtors are like on time they pay their money, they are called as a good debtors. But there are debtors who are doubtful debtors or a bad debts. So doubtful or a bad debts where money you predict will be uncollectible and turn into bad debt is a doubtful debt. Doubtful debt here means the debtors who are doubtful to pay their amount on time, and the bad debt makes it confirm that officially written off as uncollectible is termed as bad debt. So both are loss actually for the business, because bad debt here means the debtors which are not good, or debtors which do not pay money, they are called as a bad debts. In the list of accounting terminology, the next term is discount. So you all are aware of the term discount. It is a reduction in the price of goods or from the amount to be paid to a customer by the enterprise. That means discount, 5% discount, 50% discount, 20% discount. So reduction in the price is of a good is called as a discount. This discount can be of two types: trade discount and a cash discount. Trade discount is basically on the selling price. When you buy goods on bulk, they provide you discount. Okay, so say if you might have come across this thing that if you go and buy something and you ask, yeah, I'm going to buy more, how much you will charge? So he reduces, the shopkeeper reduces some amount. This is I'm talking about like vegetable seller. Usually they do, if you ask for 1 kg and if you say I'm ready to buy 2 kg, so then usually they reduce the price of uh, the commodity. So in that case, that amount, that is what called as a trade discount, because it is on the quantity of the goods. On the other hand, prompt payment, for the payment done immediately, the discount which is provided is cash discounts. Let's understand with an example. So hello Mohan, may I buy a box of canned pineapple juice from you? And what Mohan says is, sure, since you will buy the whole box, I will give you a discount of 30%. So this is an example of trade discount. Trade discount is the reduction in prices by the seller to the purchaser of goods when they buy goods on certain quantity or value. So it is based on the quantity. This discount is based on the quantity. On the other hand, if uh, like Mohan says that if you pay me cash immediately, then I can give you 5% more discount. And this is basically the amount where this is an example of cash discount. So we can say that the cash discount is a discount allowed for timely payment of due amount, or you can say prompt payment of a due amount when the supply the customer is ready to pay amount immediately. So the discount which is provided is cash discount. So let's take a distinguish points between trade discount and a cash discount. So trade discount means the reduction in the list or a dealer price. So list price or a dealer price is a price which is offered by the dealer at the time of dealing with the buyer, with the buyers of the goods. So this is at the time of dealing, what discount is offered is called as a trade discount. Cash discount means reduction in the amount of payment receivable from the creditor or a payable to the debtors. That means when the amount is paid, if the debtor is ready to pay early, immediately, or before the time that some discount is offered, that discount is called as cash discount. So this is received order in bulk, when you provide, basically for the bulk order trade discount is provided. For the early payment, cash discount is there. So time of discount is at the time of sale or a dealing time, and this is at the time of payment. This discount is an additional discount on the trade discount. This here, the purpose of trade discount is to promote the sales. Why? Because more of more sale, or you can say buying more quantities leads to more discount, and this encourages the early or a prompt payment. Recording purpose, remember one thing, that trade discount is not recorded in the books of account, though these are calculated. So only recorded invoice, not in a financial book. So yes, recorded in the financial book. This is recorded in the financial book, but this discount is only calculated. Say, let's say, like the goods worth rupees 10,000 is bought, and there is a 10% of trade discount. Trade discount is of 10%. So here 10% means 1,000 less. Now here it is 9,000. Now there is a cash discount also, 5%. So 5% is 450 rupees. So 88550. This is the final amount. This is going to be the sale price, but here we are going to record it. The sale is 9,000, cash discount given 4,450 rupees, final amount received is 8,550. That means we start from here only. This discount is calculated but not recorded in the books of account. Now the taxes also are, since it's not recorded, therefore the taxes also are not levied on uh, trade discount. But of course this is there, this is, it will provide after the sale, therefore of course taxes are levied on this. And again, trade discount vary from the, like, depending on the quantity. So quantity of the goods purchased in a given time, it varies with that only, that what quantity you are purchasing. More quantity you purchase, more discount you will get, and this is related with the payment. So moving to the last topic of day, that is depreciation. I already explained once in my previous video depreciation. See, when a fixed asset is purchased, now fixed asset cannot be shown at a cost every year. Fixed asset gives the benefit for future years. Say a car is purchased and this car is going to give a benefit for 10 years. Okay, but this value of the car, we cannot show it at its cost. Suppose the cost of a car is rupees 1 lakh, so we cannot show every time it as a 1 lakh for 10 long years. We can't show it at 1 lakh. What will happen if we show it at 10 lakh? Sorry, 1 lakh. The only thing is that actually the car has been used, because of its use, because of the effects, because of the accident, because of the change in the time, because it may become obsolete. Because of all these reasons, there is a reduction in the value of an asset, that is termed as depreciation. So even this also, every year, suppose 10% depreciation we are charging, so every year 10,000 of depreciation is taken out. Now the value is next year 90,000, then again 10,000, so the value in the third year is 80,000. So this is a value for first year, this is the first year, this is your second year, this is third year, and so on. So every time the value decreases, so it shows the correct picture of that particular asset. So depreciation is a fall in the value of an asset. I tried to cover all the terms, accounting terminology in this. If you find anything which is new to you and you have not discussed in the video, please do write in a comment box, and uh, I'll surely try to make another video with those terms. So hope you like this video. Share this video with your friends and do subscribe to my channel Exuberant Learners. Also click on the bell icon to get the latest updates on my channel. Thank you.